Yeah, I'm feeling excited for it. I'm feeling a bit nervous, but I feel like it's a healthy kind of nervousness. But I'm feeling mainly excited, and I'm just very ready to get going.
It's a bit daunting, not knowing what's coming, but really looking forward to it. All the friends and family that have supported me coming and joining in the ordination service, I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm excited, but I do understand that the responsibility to God's call and His ministry to God's people and wider community in Leicestershire.
Generally, I'm feeling excited about it, and I'm also recognising that a lot of people, are kind of wishing me well and praying for me, and it's very easy to forget that. Very easy to forget to be grateful for that. So that's in my mind at the moment.
People often say that you have this existential crisis just before you're ordained, and I suppose that's true. There's been moments of what am I doing and why am I here, but also exciting, daunting, nervous. But I think also a real sense of adventure. I mean, following Jesus is a sense of adventure anyway. He leads you into the most unexpected things.
Through the discernment process, I've learned that what I've done as a job or as a career in my life before discernment has been very valuable and valid to transfer into the service as an ordained person. So it's been lovely that it's not starting from nothing, but it's building on what God has carried me through to date.
What I really learned through discernment process and studying for last 2 years, it was especially to trust God, to rely on God more than people and myself.
There's been a big theme for me about faithfulness to God, like working out what my limitations are and where I really need to lean in to God and to God's Spirit and to be guided by Him more.
That this is, a response to God calling you on a journey. And it's very easy to think that it's just about me and God. And actually, there's, like I was saying just now, there's a whole load of other people behind that have been involved in that process that kind of talked with you, prayed with you, with family, that have supported you. And I think that's, coming to a point now, this point of ordination. So I think one of the things that God showed me about myself is, I can get a bit insular. And it's good to be reminded of all of those crown of witnesses, if you like, supporting you.
So 20 years ago, when I first sensed a call to Christian ministry, I didn't actually believe it, and I didn't do very much about it. And then 10 years after that, I sensed a call to the priesthood. And again, I didn't really take God very seriously. And it took a while for Him to get through to me, I think. And I just wish now, in hindsight, looking back, what if I had stepped out in faith more and I had said yes? So I think I'm learning to trust Him.
I was pondering on doing God's will as we pray in Lord's Prayer, your will be done, that giving myself to God to be in His service, and that it's God's doing, not mine.
I heard a very interesting reflection the other day that we often think about what is God's plan for my life. But actually a better way to think about that might be to think about, what does God want me to use my life for His plan, my life for God's plan, if you like.
I think the first thing is to pay attention to your inner life, those moments when you see someone leading or someone doing something in a service and there's something stirs within you. And I think to pay attention to that. And that was happening to me, but I didn't pay enough attention to it. And I think the second thing is to start doing things in church, to speak to a church leader or your vicar and get involved if you're not already. Doing little things and building up to more things, it helps you discern too whether this really floats your boat and whether this is something you feel God is calling you to do.
So somebody exploring ordination, I would suggest that you make sure before you start you've got the support of friends, family, the church, and that you have got people that you can go to and that will encourage, pray for you and guide you. And also talk to somebody who's been through it already so that you feel prepared and understand what's the journey going to be like.
If you feel like you're supposed to do it, but you also feel quite a lot of trepidation, I would say do it, because that's how I felt coming in. I was really like, I have one foot out the door, one foot in. And then at some point, God kind of spoke to me and was really faithful to me making that decision. And so I'd say, if you have an inkling you're in to do it, then do it. And I think if it's for you, God will be faithful in confirming it to you.